galerinha, tudo bem com vocês? Tudo bem com você? Estou bem? Tudo ok? Pra você, tudo ok? I am finally going to watch a movie that so many people told me to watch. Today I'm going to be watching O Auto da Compadecida. So many people told me to watch this movie, like it is insane, and today is the day we are going to watch it. I'm ready. I'm like all dolled up because I have like a lot of filming to do today, but I'm ready to watch the movie right now. I'm excited. So I googled the movie. The plot is about the adventures of João Grilo and Chico. Both struggle for daily bread in a telling representation of the lives of the poor Nordeste in the early 1930s. Okay, so I'm really excited, I'm curious, I got my cup of tea, I have some snacks down there, we're going to be watching it, me and my boyfriend, and I'm super excited to be back in a minute to tell you guys my opinion, what I thought of it. Meu Deus do céu. This movie must be so good that every single Brazilian I spoke to told me to watch this movie. Right, gente? I'll see you guys in a bit. I just watched the movie, and I gotta say, I don't even know where to start this video. Literally, it had so many things happen in this movie, I don't even know where to start. Let me just get straight real quick. So the movie that I watched is totally different than the one that I saw the other time. It is my very first Brazilian comedy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I was in the beginning, I was kind of scared that I was not gonna understand anything because they talk really fast Portuguese, and it's also with English subtitles. Like, oh my god, I'm not gonna get the joke. But after a while, I totally got sucked into the movie. It was so hilarious. I couldn't, sometimes there were things happening. I'm like, no. The movie, I think, was filmed in 2000 or 2002. I just Googled melhores moments do filme, and it's 45 minutes long. You see, people have trouble summing up this movie because there's so many things happening, there's so many things you have to talk about, but I'm just gonna give a small summary of the things that I've seen and that I loved, and let's go. So it all starts with João Grilo, this difficult name for me to say, and Chico, and they're two poor men living in the northeast of Brazil in the early 1930s, like they said. And what I like is that they put like the costumes and stuff, it really matches the overall of the movie, like the way they dress and stuff. So in the beginning already, you can see that they're like two super funny men, and you can also see that Chico is kind of the shy one, and João is kind of the crazy one. So after they struggled to get a job, they finally found a job at a baker, and the baker and his wife didn't pay them very well, and they gave them food that was so bad that they ended up giving it to the wife's dog. Yes. The food ended up making the dog die. What's going on? This movie, like the beginning, I was kind of confused. I'm like, So the dog dies. You can clearly see the woman is very upset. One of my favorite parts about this movie is the woman, but we'll get to that later, but she is so hilarious. So they convinced the priest of the city to do a funeral for the dog, and even though you're not supposed to laugh at a moment like that, this was such a funny funeral. Like, the woman was crying, and she, like, it was a mess. Okay, there were 4 people, which was João, Chico, the baker, and his wife, and the priest. Like 5 people, like doing a whole funeral for this dog. So a lot of things happen after the funeral, and there's so much things going on in the movie. A lot of the movie is very quick, but one of my favorite parts was when the baker's wife was cheating on her husband with like multiple men.
Ô, Dora! Ai, é o meu marido! Agora lascou! Dora! Ai, o que eu faço? E eu é que sei? A casa é sua, quem manda aqui é você! Dora! O que eu faço agora, hein? Você vai fingir que entrou aqui pra pegar alguém.
She would see any like men with muscles and an attitude, and she would be like, oh my god, I love strong men. And at one day, she had like 3 people in her room trying to hide from each. Like, it was so funny because she had a husband, but girl, she didn't care that she had a husband. So later on in the movie, you see that Chico is falling in love with this girl. Her name is Rosinha, and she is the daughter of the richest man in town. But Chico was like, you know, I'm poor, I am But Chico was like, you know, I'm poor, she will never want to date me. João decided to do some things to make Rocinha fall in love with Chico even more. I think you have to watch it yourself to understand. But João, he was a smart man. He would put all these things together. They ended up being good together, and it was super funny to see all his ways to make things possible for Chico and Rocinha. So after João has succeeded of like making the other boyfriends that are in love with Rocinha, because there's a lot of guys falling for her, he made them leave town. I'm not even gonna explain to you how he did that. It was just very smart and very funny. And then at one day, some bandits came to town, criminals, and they robbed the whole town. They robbed bread, money, they shot people. It was like a mass stuff going on. One of the deaths being João in the movie. And at that time I was like, what? But he's like a lead player in the movie. Like, that's how's that possible? But little did I know, that was only the start of one of the funniest moments in the movie, in my opinion. João ended up going to the gate of heaven. So they have like this whole discussion with the Lady of Nazaré, God, or Jesus, and the devil, into which category he falls, and the other people that died as well in the bandit criminal crisis. Like the baker died, the baker's wife, the priest I think died as well. And there's like this whole debate on who's gonna stay, and who's gonna stay and go to heaven, or who's gonna go to hell. And there's like this, it's like a courtroom in there. Like they have like this whole stuff going on, these rules about who is able to go to heaven and have a nice further life, or who's gonna go burn into hell. But if you haven't watched it yet, I recommend you watching it, because I think that was the most fun part of the movie, in my opinion, where they had like a discussion in a courtroom of who's gonna go to heaven and who's gonna go to hell. So ended up, I'm gonna spoil, so if you wanna leave, like there's room for you to leave right now. João ended up being sent back to earth by Jesus and Lady of Nazaré. He is being brought back to life, and he's seeing Chico digging his grave, and he's like, oh my god, I'm back to life. And Chico's like, who's talking to me? Where are you? And all of a sudden he's behind him. They can like feel it, like they are reunited. So it gave João a new insight, because he told God, like, I'm better with lies than I am with the truth. And God gave him another chance to change that about him. The last half of the movie for me was the most fun. It was hilarious. It was so nice to see, and we had a lot of laughs. Even though it was in Portuguese and it had like English subtitles, I still could understand the jokes. The movie is really quick though. It happens like this. They talk really fast, so if you are not really known to Portuguese, it might be too difficult. Because I sometimes had, like in the beginning, I had like a little bit of problem with following the script and like what's going on, and you know, it was going a little bit crazy. But yes, that is my summary for this movie. If you have not seen, for some reason, I have no idea for what reason you have not seen this, I would recommend you watching it. I watched it online. I can leave the link down below if you guys want. It has English subtitles, so you can like learn some English. Have you seen this movie? Let me know in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you like comedy? Do you like drama? Let me know your movie preferences, and also which movie I should watch next. Obrigada, gente, por tudo. Thank you so much for watching. Amo vocês demais, and I will see you guys in my next video.